Today, the National Cherry Festival is in full swing, and there's still more fun to be had this week with more activities, concerts, and lots of cherries.
So to fill us in on what's happening throughout the week, 7 and 4's Alyssa Heron joins us live from the open space in Traverse City. Good morning, Alyssa.
Good morning, Brennan and Melissa. Joining me now is the Cherry Promotions Director, Nita Sen. Thanks for joining us this morning.
You're welcome. I'm glad to be here.
I am too, and happy National Cherry Festival.
Absolutely.
So kind of describe your role in the National Cherry Festival.
Well, since I am a cherry grower and a festival lover, I'm the connection between the two. So I promote the actual product, the cherry, which we wouldn't have the festival without it.
Absolutely. So you have these two tents down here. I want you to kind of describe what people will see as they come down to the festival this year.
Okay, well, we try to bring a little bit of the farm to the open space. We do have a tractor down here, which, but we have a video going that shows some of the harvest scenes and talks about the health benefits. We also have a pictorial display of harvest and the different kinds of cherries. We have brochures, free coloring books. The big hit with the kids is free tattoos, yeah. Cherry, of course, and just fun stuff and informational, both.
Absolutely. And what time does that tent open?
10 until 8 in the evening, all 8 days of the festival.
All right, and then in front of us we have a little example of some of the cherries that are locally grown here. So I want you to describe this to me.
Right, well, these beautiful dark red, juicy, are the sweet cherries that our festival visitors are enjoying right now because ours are ripe. But the reason that we are the national cherry capital is not those beauties, it's these, the Montmorency tart. 75% of the tart cherries of the U.S. are grown in Michigan, and 90% of that is grown right here. And that is why we are the national cherry capital. And the tart cherry is the one that you will get in a pie or in juice or dried, and they have amazing health benefits as well as being delicious. Oh
yes, many of our favorites here in this area. And really quick, I just want you to tell me what event and what time is taking place out at the farm today.
Okay, at Monday through Friday, 10 to 1, you can go out to the Northwest Research Station, which is a 15-minute drive, or take a free bus, have an orchard tour, pit spit, petting zoo, and sample some of our wonderful cherry products, and it's all free.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning and filling us in on everything cherry. I'm going to send it over now to meteorologist Joe Charlevoix to give you a look at what the weather will be looking like for the rest of the festival. Joe?
Plus, 7 and 4's Alyssa Heron is live at the National Cherry Festival grounds in Traverse City, and it's going to let us know what you can expect as the Cherry Festival is continuing in the north. It's 6:21 and you're waking up with 7 and 4 news today.
Good morning, Brennan and Melissa. Joining me now is Maddie Lundy. She's a National Cherry Festival volunteer and our history guru in the area. Thanks for joining us this morning.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Of course. So kind of tell me the event that's kicking off this week with you, and then kind of what's next to us right here.
Okay, so we, me and another volunteer, we do the National Cherry Festival's history, and it's walk through festival history. And it's in the corner loft. We do it from 11 to 6 every single day during the National Cherry Festival. And it's free to the public. We put out vintage photos, costumes, dresses, so people can go through the history and understand why we do this and how long we've been doing it. The National Cherry Festival can date all the way back from 1925, so it's pretty amazing. So we want to share that festival history.
Okay, so now you were kind of telling me a little preview earlier, but describe to everybody what this head is.
So this is a mummer's head. So starting in the 30s all the way through the 80s, the National Cherry Fest had a mummer parade. The mummers parade was a night parade. They didn't do it every single year, but they would vote in a king of the mummers, and basically it was a lot of comedy. You never knew what was going to happen. There was bands, but most of the time you had these costumes, and you can see where the eye holes are, yeah, and where the shoulders. We were very excited to get this one because we have been looking for a mummer's head forever, and Billy Golden said, I have one, and so he loaned it to us. But the mummers parade was more of it was a adult parade more so. It was kind of, there was a lot of humor to it, but it was a lot of fun. They didn't do it every single year, so it's kind of hard to track the years they did it without going through all the newspapers and the programs. But hopefully, a lot of people remember it, being like growing up in the area. But hopefully, one year we can bring it back. Hopefully.
Absolutely. And you said it was kind of a Mardi Gras mixed with National Cherry Fest.
Very much so. Yeah.
So let's walk up, and I want you to show this picture we have here and kind of describe the costumes.
Okay, so this one is obviously like a float of a mummer, and there's children standing around it, and those costumes would be a lot of what was similar underneath this head that they would wear. So they kind of look like jester costumes almost, or even clown costumes. So you never knew what you were going to get when you went to go to see the mummer parade. So,
absolutely. Okay, and really quick, what time and where again is this taking place?
On the second floor in the corner loft is this festival's history, and it's from 11 to 6 o'clock every day. During the Royal Parade, we shut down until 3 just because the Royal Parade's happening. Absolutely. So, yeah. But
well, thank you so much for joining us this morning, and we'll put all of this information and more on our website at UpNorthLive.com. Joe?